Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. So today is Wednesday morning, 24th of November, and we're talking about my accounts. And people think I'm absolutely mad by doing this, and they think it's ridiculous. And why would I share this information? Ultimately, people can see these and pay for these accounts online anyway. But I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, just purely because the reason why I'm doing it, and obviously it's 1,000,000% not to boast, because as people listen to this podcast, it'll be doing 10 times better than we're doing at least. So I just want to get it out there and say how we've been doing. And the main point of this is it's all about my, not legacy, but I would love it. I would absolutely love it if I could listen and hear to my dad's and my granddad's development in business over the years. And this is documenting the whole process. So in 2021, I can say, how much money we made in 2022, 2023, and I can document the whole process. And ultimately, I want to create this massive business that in 10 years, 20 years time, we can look back at the progression and document it. And we can say about what was going wrong, what was going right, how things were going, what trajectory we was on. And if I could do that with my granddad, my granddad's dad, my dad, I'd be listening to it all day. I'd be eating that shit up. So yeah, I'm doing it for me, for accountability, but also I'm doing it for two other reasons. Mainly, the number one reason is for my kids. I want my kids to be able to listen to this, and my grandkids, etc., and listen to the journey, listen to the rise and how we went and did things. Hopefully it'll have a happy ending. But do you know what? If it has a bad ending, at least you documented the whole thing and people can learn from it. My family can learn from it. And number two, I've built this whole podcast on being open and giving more away than I probably should do. And I'm going to continue doing that because it's me and I don't have any secrets. If you talk to me, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. And so I want to continue doing that. And yes, it bites you in the butt from time to time, but I genuinely enjoy doing it. So that is today's podcast is all about my EBITDA and my profit and loss as well. And right, let's jump into it then. Okay. So I've got the accounts in front of me right now, and I'm going to say the profit and loss for the financial year was £274,353, £274,000, £353. Yes, I said that wrong. So just over £250,000. Are we happy with that profit and loss? Do you know what? No, it's absolutely pitiful. But you've got to dive into them numbers a little bit, because let's not forget that these numbers it was starting in September 2020 and finished August 31st, 2021. So don't forget, in September, September 2020, that was when we had a bit of a downturn with coronavirus, obviously the lockdown, etc. It was when we had the start of us losing 30% of our customers. So in this is 30% of our customers leaving. I mean, the last 3 months, our profit and loss, to give you some example of how much we've improved, our profit and loss in the last 3 months has been £157,000, which is great. But obviously it hasn't shown that on this account. And if we look at the operating profit as well, so that's taking away the interest payable and similar charges, bank and interest loans, the interest on the loans, it actually is a profit of £322,270. So it's getting better. So the operating profit, like I say, is 322,270. So £322,270. If we look at the EBITDA, this is where it looks that little bit better. The EBITDA is over 400,000, not much over 400,000, but it's over 400,000. So that makes me feel somewhat better, because a 274, it just doesn't look very good. The £274,353. It's not massive. It's not massive. It's not where we want to be. However, if you look at the year before, the profit was 127,678. So we've improved, we've more than doubled. And I suspect that this year coming up as well, we'll double. We'll be over £500,000. So we want to double this next year as well. If you look at the operating profit for last year, it was 157,628,000. So again, we've more than doubled on that. Yes, just more than doubled on that metrics as well. So we want to keep doubling. This year, the idea is that our net profit is going to be over £274,353,000. And that's after you take away your interest and your depreciation and all that good stuff. And we're just on target now, because like I said, the last 3 months have been £157,000 on profit and loss. So that isn't taken in consideration depreciation, for example. So we're online, but hopefully we'll improve and increase, especially with the new sites opening as well. What else have I got to mention? Oh man, there was something else I want to mention about this. I can't goddamn remember. Never mind. I don't know what it was. I honestly don't know what it was. So yeah, I feel, do you know what? When you start talking about money, you feel a little bit dirty, you feel a bit yucky, because most people in our society don't talk about money. They don't talk about how much money, etc., etc., etc. And I'm a big believer in when everybody's going one way, we do another way. So if everyone's zigging, we zag. If no one's talking about money, again, guess what? We should be talking about money more often. I don't understand why it's a taboo subject in the UK, why we don't talk about money. It's ridiculous. In America, it's more open. People are more open with financial situation. In America, we don't talk about it. And I don't know why. It's not some little dirty little secret how much money we earn. And by the way, this isn't, as you can see, this is clearly not me showing off at all. But I for one reason as well, I don't want you guys to think that, oh yeah, it must be earning absolutely hundreds of thousands of millions of pounds a year. Not right now, no. But on projections, we would be earning $1 million by 2024. That year is in the year January to December. Our projections say that we will net over £1 million in that year with our 4 sites we've got opening. So we've got a long way to go to where we want to be, but we're on the right track now. There's a track that we're following, a proven progression that we're trying to achieve. And last year, I suppose, if we're looking at it positively, then we've increased, we've doubled our net profit, and we've doubled our operating profit as well. I haven't got last year's EBITDA, so I can't. Well, I could actually work it out here. Let's see if I can just quickly work it out. 50, 60, 60, 66, 76. We haven't quite doubled our EBITDA, but we're not a million miles away. So we're on the right track. We're on the right path. And so I just want to be open with you guys and let you know exactly how we're doing as a company and what it's looking like moving forward. I mean, Jesus, I share everything else, so I might as well share this. Okay, we've got a brilliant episode on Friday. I'm trying to do a finishing touches, because I've been looking at more and more sites, and I've been realizing the feasibility study that I'm trying to put together is one of the biggest aspects is how many quotes can we expect to get? And I'm trying to find a formula for the population to the quotes you're going to get. And if we know the quotes we're going to get, we know the conversion rates we hit. So therefore we know the move-ins we're going to have. And so I've nearly found a calculation that I haven't seen anywhere else. And it's just looking back at historical data that we're showing and historical data from other companies that I know as well for the amount of quotes. So hopefully that'll be all ready for Friday. And yeah, really excited by that episode. If it's not Friday, it'll be 100% next week. So because I know so many people are looking at self-storage facilities, and how do we know exactly how much money we'll need if we're just guessing how many quotes we'll get, if we're just guessing how much move-ins we'll get, when we can put a scientific calculation to it that's been proven before. We know that the average room size, we know the conversion rate, and we know the churn rate. So therefore, we should be able to tell you exactly how much square foot you should gain. It's a mathematical equation. And if it's proven, if we've got historical values as well, we can put in there, then it makes it all the more bloody easy to know exactly what we're going to achieve. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. I respect you. And I will see you on Friday's episode. Have a great day. Bye-bye.